we are back. This is Techmath1. We're looking at chapter 7. And we're starting with composite figures, 7.5. So we're doing composite figures in geometry. And so that's when there's like two things. Sometimes one's inscribed, sometimes it's just two things right next to each other. So we're going to look at 44, where they have this figure given. It's a square. And now think of it as a platform that you built, and you centered a perfectly circular hot tub right in the middle. And now you want to put super expensive inlaid tiles in the area part. Like where you would walk into it, or I don't know, super expensive non-slip stuff or something really good. Although that's not going to make sense in the context of this problem because it's 9.5 inches. So it's for Barbie. It's for your daughter's Barbie house or your son's Barbie house. Okay. So you got to figure out this area exactly. So how are we going to do that? And so now let's find the area of the square. That's easy enough. That's just literally, that's where the second power comes from. 9.5 squared. That's what we're talking about. Area of a square when we say instead of to the second power. So 9.5 squared is 90.25. Now the circle part, that's where the trouble usually comes. Oh wait, they want it to tenths. So 90.3 square inches. All right, that's the area of the square. Now they're going to want the area of the circle. So it says the diameter of a circle is 9.5, the same as the length of the side of the square. Therefore, the area is what? So let's remember what's the area of a circle. The area of a circle is pi r squared, right? Pi times the radius squared. And so when people look at this problem, a lot of times they think they didn't give me enough info. But in fact, they did. Because look, the edge of the circle is there and the edge of the circle is there. So that means all the way across that circle is 9.5. So if I cut 9.5 into two equal pieces, 4.75, that's the radius. That goes right there. So pi times 4.75 squared. We got a little pi key, that's the second, and then the caret, the power key. So that's pi times 4.75 squared button. 70.882, we'll call it 70.9 inches squared. Okay, and now it says find the shaded area. Well, because the circle is subtracted off, it's just 90.3 minus 70.9. Which is, what, 19.4? Square inches. So for Barbie's dream house with the whirlpool, you're going to need 19.4 inches of cloth or whatever to go around. All right? Let's look at one more and the composites. And it's like a basketball court, kind of. I mean, it looked too much like a square. It's a rectangle. So it's a rectangle, and then there's a semicircle on the top. All right, and it doesn't even have that. It's got a dash line there, like that. Okay, and they told us 6 and 4. 4 meters. Oh, so maybe that is basketball court. I don't know. All right, so the area of the rectangle. That's easy. Area of a rectangle is just length times width. And so area of the rectangle is 6 times 4, 24 square meters. Then the area of the semicircle. Now that's a little tougher. Again, people think, I don't have enough information. You totally do. Because look, if this is a rectangle and that's 6, then that's also 6. If that whole thing is 6, this is 3, and this is 3. And now you've got the radius of the circle. All right, so area of the circle is pi times 3 squared. So 9 pi times, pi times 9. 28.27, how many places they want this? Tenths again. All right, so 28.274, we'll go 28.3 square meters. And now this time, we're not subtracting them, they're not inscribed on each other. We're just adding those together. So 24 plus 28.3. And so just tack on plus 24 is 52.3. Square meters. So now don't think that that has any effect on the number. It's just on there. You could write it out if you wanted to. Like that. Or sometimes you'll see it like this. Like a little SQ and then an M. So square meters. It's the laziest way is just to say M squared. So that's what we usually do. 24. Oh, wait, I made a mistake. Doggone it. Well, mistakes happen. I did the entire circle. I did the whole area of the circle. And I should have done half, right? It's a semicircle. It's just half the area. So I made a very common error. Don't make that same error. So we need half of that 28.3 divided by 2 is 14.2, 14.1. Okay, wait, let's go back to the original answer. Pi times 9. And then divide that by 2. 14.13, so 14.1. So 14.1, which is 38.1, which is 38.1, which is 38.1. Sorry about that. Jeez Louise. Glad I looked at the answer quick. So 24m squared, 14.1 m squared, and 38.1 m squared, meters squared. So those are the answers. All right. So, semicircle, don't forget to take half the area. I should have been looking at the picture. I was worried about recalling the formula. So don't get too wound up into the formulas that you forget about, you know, what you're actually looking at. Units of area, so those are square. What if they want to convert units? We're only going to do one of these. This is 7/6. Number 51, they want to know 500 square inches is how many square feet. They want to know 1,000 acres is how many square miles. And so again, this is really very much like what we did. Now, it's actually easier when it's stuff that you're not familiar with, because it's easy to make mistakes when you go square feet to square yards. You don't use 3, you use 9, because there are 9 square feet in 1 square yard, right? So it's actually easier like this. Well, I guess we know inches and feet though, 12, but we're not going to use 12. We're going to use 144. And if you look on page 303, it's got the conversion for you. So 1 square foot is equal to 144 square inches. So if I want inches to go away, I put inches on the bottom, square feet on the top, and then 1 square foot is equal to 144 square inches. Now that makes sense, right? Because it's 12 inches by 12 inches, that's 1 square foot. So 12 times 12 is 144. All right, so we cancel those off. Top times top, bottom times bottom, we get 500 divided by 144. It's going to be in square feet. And 500 divided by 144 is 3.47. And they want hundreds. So 3.47 square feet. All right. 1,000 acres is how many square miles? So acres goes on the bottom, miles, square miles goes on the top. And yeah, that one I definitely do not know. 1 square mile is 640 acres. So 640 acres, 1 square mile. So acres cancels with acres. We take 1,000 divided by 640. And that's going to be 1.56 square miles. Okay. Okay.